Imagine walking into a room filled with millions of dollars, stacks of cash, enough to change hundreds of lives. Now imagine a giant machine swallowing every single bill. Not because it was stolen, not because it was fake, but because the government wanted it destroyed. Every year, banks destroy billions of dollars worth of perfectly real money. And strangely, it's one of the healthiest things an economy can do. Most people think money lasts forever. It doesn't. Every dollar bill in your wallet has a life expectancy. It gets folded, stuffed into pockets, dropped on dirty floors, accidentally washed with laundry, covered in sweat, grease, and bacteria. Some notes are torn, some are burned, others are covered in ink or glue. And then there are counterfeit bills. The longer damaged money stays in circulation, the easier it becomes to fake, the harder it becomes to trust. So central banks constantly inspect old cash. If a bill is too damaged, too dirty, or fails security checks, its journey ends, not inside another wallet, but inside an industrial shredder. Because a country's money isn't just paper, it's part of a system built on confidence. And confidence depends on CL, reliable, recognizable currency. Here's how it works. In the United States, commercial banks collect worn-out cash from customers every day. That cash doesn't simply disappear. It's sent to regional Federal Reserve banks. There, high-speed machines inspect every single note, not one by one, but thousands every minute. The machines check thickness, tears, stains, missing corners, ink quality, even tiny imperfections invisible to the human eye. If a bill passes, it goes back into circulation. If it fails, it's automatically rejected and then destroyed. The shredders don't slowly slice paper. They're industrial machines, turning bills into tiny confetti-like pieces in seconds. The scale is enormous. The Federal Reserve processes tens of millions of banknotes every day and destroys billions of worn-out notes every year. The exact number changes annually, but it's common for several billion US banknotes to be destroyed in a single year. Most of them, $1 bills, because they're used more than any other denomination. A $1 bill survives only around 6 to 7 years on average. A $20 bill lasts roughly 8 years. Larger bills, like the $100 note, can stay in circulation for more than 20 years, simply because people spend them less often. But shredding isn't the end. Those tiny pieces still have a future. For years, some shredded US currency was recycled into roofing materials, insulation, or other industrial products. Small bags of shredded currency have even been sold as souvenirs through Federal Reserve banks. Other countries have their own methods. The Bank of England compresses destroyed notes into bricks for recycling. Some central banks convert old money into fuel for waste-to-energy plants. Others mix it into compost or construction materials. Money leet, rally comes back, in completely different forms. Here's the part that surprises almost everyone. Destroying money doesn't destroy wealth. That sounds impossible. But think about it. A $100 bill isn't valuable because of the paper. The paper itself costs only a few cents to produce. Its value exists because the central bank recognizes it. When one damaged bill is destroyed, a brand new one replaces it. The total money supply usually stays almost exactly the same. The physical note disappears, but the value doesn't. It's like replacing a broken key. The old key is gone, but the lock still exists. In fact, today, most money isn't physical at all. The majority exists only as digital numbers inside bank accounts, so even if every paper bill vanished overnight, most of the world's money would still exist electronically. Paper cash is simply one physical representation of a much larger financial system. That's why central banks can destroy mountains of banknotes without making the country poorer. They're replacing containers, not removing wealth. It's easy to think money is precious because it's printed. But printing isn't what creates value. Trust does. Every clean note in your wallet represents a promise that someone else will accept it tomorrow. That's why central banks spend enormous effort replacing old currency, not because paper matters, but because confidence does. Without trust, a dollar is just decorated cotton and linen. With trust, it can buy a home, start a business, or feed a family. So the next time you receive a crisp new banknote, there's a good chance it exists because another worn-out note was quietly shredded somewhere behind the scenes, destroyed, replaced, forgotten, and the economy kept moving without missing a beat. Which raises an interesting question. If almost all modern money already exists digitally, will physical cash eventually disappear completely? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoy uncovering the hidden stories behind money, history, and the world's biggest systems, don't forget to like He video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.